This producer interview is sponsored by EA. This was done at SimsCamp back in September. And just keep note that the game footage that I've put in over certain parts of this interview, other than the trailers, are not final software. They are from an earlier build. So with that said, please enjoy. Alright, hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, and I'm at SimsCamp 2017, and I'm here with SimGuruRomeo, producer on the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. So we're going to be talking all about it in this short little interview here. So to start things off, so I know like there's many things people want back from the older games. What factored into the decision to make like, okay, now is the time to finally give Cats and Dogs to the Simmers?
So I mean, Cats and Dogs is sort of an obvious thing. We know people really want it. With Cats and Dogs, we actually started pre-production of Cats and Dogs before we released our previous pack.
Wow.
We knew we wanted to start Cats and Dogs, you know, for EP4. It's sort of, yeah, we've released 3 expansion packs already. We got to experiment with new different things, and we're like, okay, let's do Cats and Dogs. Now it feels like the right time. Our fans really want it, and we had some time to start pre-production up front.
Okay.
So we really ironed out some of the difficult decisions with Cats and Dogs before we got into like the actual time of production. So it was just, it's how the schedules all lined up, and you know, we knew we wanted to make it, and we just had the time to do it. So,
yeah, I really like hearing about that sort of stuff, the behind the scenes, and like I know that there's been things in the past where it's like, yeah, it took longer to develop pets than like I don't know, like a date night expansion or things like that. So, yeah, that's really cool to hear that. So can you just list some examples of pre-made breeds for the cats and dogs that are available in Korea?
oh man, I wish Grant was here. He's an expert on breeds, but I know we have German Shepherd, Boxer, Corgi, Greyhounds, Bloodhounds. We have the Border Collie. We've sort of raised the bar on breeds in The Sims. In Sims 4 we have way more breeds than we do in Sims 3. But for cats, I know we have the hairless. We have the hairless cat. We have a Sphinx. We have I'm terrible with cat breeds, but I know we have more breeds for cats than we do over Sims 3.
Yeah, I noticed there's the Scottish Fold in there, which is like one of my favorites. I love like the little folded ears, and I saw like the Ragdoll and a few others. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of breeds for sure. I wasn't gonna ask you to list them all. There's so many. Oh yeah. So in addition to the pre-made breeds, you can also mix breeds together. So I was wondering, is it possible to actually save presets as like a new breed? Like say if I make like an alien cat that's like all green and stuff, and I want to like maybe make more in the future, can I just save a preset of that?
So you won't be able to save presets like on your local machine, but we do have the gallery, and I know you guys all know how powerful the gallery is. You can always create a breed, save it off to the gallery, or even just your local library, and whenever you want to pull that breed down from to be a base starter, you can do that. So the gallery is a great tool to pair with pets to save off custom breeds that you make.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I'm sure people are going to make some really interesting looking pets.
I'm super excited to see the gallery once we release Cats and Dogs. I'm hoping it blows up with crazy content. We already have some great stuff made in-house. Like someone made Volpez, they made Volpez the Void Critter, and I made Scooby-Doo and the dog from Rugrats. It's very cool what you can do with it.
Yeah, I like some of the clothes too. Like I actually, I really like the one that's like the llama superhero outfit.
Yeah,
like,
you were showing me.
Yeah, because like for those of you who watch my Green Llama Let's Play, I'm probably going to be adding a dog for him because there's a costume where it's like exactly like the one from Spooky Stuff, except it's for dogs. So,
yeah, I did that exact thing. I frequently go onto the shipped gallery, and I download player-created content and bring it into our developer gallery, because we have a separate gallery so we don't leak things on accident. But someone created the Rugrats family, and Rugrats is a super nostalgic show for me. So they created the family, but because they don't have pets, they didn't have Spike, the dog. So I brought the Rugrats family in, and I created this Spike dog for them, and I was playing with them for a week, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm a 90s kid. I was actually born in 1990, so yeah, I was really into Rugrats, so it was really cool seeing that. And so, like, say you already have a family in the game, how do you go about adopting pets while you're in the game itself?
So there's a couple ways to get pets. You can adopt them. You can also go through Manage Worlds and just add them to your existing families if you want. So you can add them to other non-played households or played households, however you want. You, again, will see them walking around the world. Or what you can do is you can encourage, once you have 2 pets, a male and a female dog or a male and a female cat,
Yeah.
you can click on them and encourage them to mate with each other, which will then push them to nuzzle, and they'll be like heart VFX. And in probably 1 week time, you'll actually have a litter. And the litter could be anywhere between 1 to 3 cats or dogs. Like if you make cats, you'll have 1 to 3 cats. If you have dogs, 1 to 3 dogs.
Yeah, so there's no like adoption centers or pet shelters like in the previous games, right?
So when you do run the adoption flow, you'll actually have an NPC show up with a kennel, and they'll put the kennel in your house, and you can select up to 3 pets, and 3 pets will actually come out of the kennel, and you can play with them, because that's sort of the excitement of adopting a dog, or going to buy a dog, is you get to play with them as a puppy. You get to see their personality, and that's what we really wanted to drive home in Cats and Dogs. Is like much like Sims, how we sort of went deeper with our Sims in Sims 4. We gave them emotions and more personality. We did the same thing for pets. So you and I may both have boxers as dogs, but my boxer barks at the door whenever the doorbell rings, or he sleeps on his back at night, or he chases his tail 4 times and your dog chases their tail 3 to 6 times. So all those little details we packed into the game. So we have this like underlying system that assigns random stuff to our pets. So they're like really cute things. Like I may have a cat that loves looking and watching over the fish tank, but your cat may be afraid of the fish and run away from it. So we really went deep in our pets, and we really made them feel distinct and different.
Okay, but there's like no stores to buy them from, like in The Sims Unleashed, right? There's nothing like that.
No, you can't buy or sell pets from the retail system. The only way to buy pets is through adoption.
Okay, because I kind of noticed The Sims 3 wasn't like that either. Is there like some sort of any like design decision about why you can't like buy pets from the store anymore, like in previous games?
It was just a decision we decided. Like we didn't really want to go down that path of buying and selling and breeding pets. And we sort of just felt like we didn't really want to tell or explain that. Have that gameplay in. We wanted you to start off as a puppy, create your puppy, and then build them up and learn their traits and skills rather than just going to the store and buying them.
Yeah, and you can create puppies and kittens and create a pet now, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I really like that because before it was it felt like it was supposed to be a reward or something because you couldn't do that before. But I kind of like having that easy access in case you need to make a kitten or a dog really fast.
Yeah,
so.
That was I'm super excited we got that in.
For all the people out there who really like playing as the Occult, are there any kind of special interactions between like aliens or vampires with the cats and dogs?
So dogs will. There's actually, if you have the vampire pack, it's kind of funny when the vampire NPC comes by in the middle of the night and you have one of the dogs that barks. They'll actually like startle the vampire when he comes to knock at the door. So we have subtle interactions, but nothing specific.
Okay, that's really cool. And there's no pet occults, are there?
No pet occults.
But they can become ghosts after they pass away?
Correct.
And the only way they can die is by old age, is that correct?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay.
So if you neglect your dog through hunger or social, mainly hunger, hunger is the only other way you can lose your pet. If you don't feed them, they'll complain, and they give you a lot of notifications like, hey, you're not feeding your pet. Eventually a social worker will show up and take your pet away. They won't die from hunger.
What was the inspiration behind Burnbilton Bay?
So we definitely wanted to go with a more East Coast, like colonial style. We just looked at our build assets and we were thinking, what can we do with the stuff we have right now? And our art director John Estes, he landed on that style we have and hit the ground and ran with it. One of his big requests was the Octagonal Rooms, which is a new feature coming to all players, not just cats and dogs. But that really sort of set it in stone. We're like, okay, this is the visual style we want to go for. Let's do it. And it really fit. Like, we have the cannery from EP3.
Yeah, it's in the Spice District. I recognized it. Yeah,
and that sort of tied in with cats, like the fish and stuff.
Yeah.
So all the things kind of just lined up, and as the art team started moving forward with the art style, everyone loved it. And
Okay, yeah, I can definitely speak to like how well it was done because I've been to the East Coast multiple times and like there were so many times where I just looked and it was like, yes, like this is so realistic, it really looks like the world, and all the seagulls just being perching like randomly around the world. I really like that too.
Yeah, we you mentioned seagulls. We actually introduced, so you may have saw the pigeons in City Living.
Yeah.
We added new tech to our birds for dogs and cats specifically.
Yeah.
So while you're walking your dog around the city, you'll see flocks of pigeons or seagulls,
Yeah.
and the dogs will actually chase after them and run and pounce, and the birds will scatter.
Yeah, I actually did request last year to try and apply that advanced pigeon technology to the seagulls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very happy to see that. So will you see other like inactive Sims walking their dogs around the world?
Yeah, so you'll see we have some households that we're spawning with Sims in the new world, or
Yeah.
with pets. You'll see them walking their dogs around the city, and also sometime we'll never put pets into existing homes.
Oh, that's good.
So like we know you guys like we don't want to mess with players' saves. We don't want to change that stuff on them. But we will spawn NPCs that don't actually live in the world, but they'll walk around with their dogs and cats and stuff.
Yeah, that's good because I actually had like an experience where I was playing with the vet career, and then there was a Sim from Windenburg that I recognized who did not have a pet, of course. Because
It was his
but-
friends from on the other side of the world who just brought his pet in. It's
Yeah.
not actually his. He's just helping him out.
Yeah, it's a little fiction you can
Yeah.
make up. Yeah, I'm just doing this on behalf of my good friend who lives in Bridleton Bay.
Exactly.
Yeah. And getting back to the Occult. So there's no new Occults for human Sims, are there?
No, not in EP4.
Okay. And so foxes and raccoons, they spawn as wildlife around the world, right?
So there is a chance that a fox or a raccoon will show up in the world.
Yeah.
There's no specific NPC that we set as fox or raccoon, but sometimes you'll get a random fox or raccoon like walking around your neighborhood.
Okay, that's interesting because I just figured they would be wildlife like they were in previous games.
No, because we didn't want them to sort of constantly be annoying the player because their behavior, like we don't want them to like dig around the house or like knock over trash cans and stuff. So there's a small chance that they'll show up, but there's no like specific raccoon or fox NPC that we have.
Okay, so does the same apply to strays?
So
like cats and dogs?
Yeah. So strays, you may see some of the neighborhood Sims or like the houses we seeded with pets. You may see those pets walking around with their owners.
Yeah.
But for the random strays you see, those are just like randomly generated cats and dogs, much like Sims.
Okay, and on the topic of those, is there any specific way to help keep them away from your lots?
Yeah, so we actually have brand new lot traits. So we have, I believe, we have lot traits to increase the rate of strays, and we have lot traits to decrease the rate of strays for both cats and dogs.
Oh,
so if
okay.
you want strays, you can set that up, or if you don't want strays, you can put like stray repellent on your house, like a lot trait, and it keeps strays off.
Yeah, that's good. The lot traits are definitely an interesting system, so I'm glad to see it being expanded upon a little bit more.
Yeah, I was really happy when we added that. It's a cool system.
Yeah, so the strays won't just like randomly pee on your lawn like in previous games,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, a big thing with The Sims 4 is that Sims have emotions. Do pets have them as well?
Yeah, so with pets, because pets are a little more simplistic than humans, we tone back the amount of emotions they have. So you guys, as you're playing around, you can't control pets.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to have the entire emotion suite for pets. Like, I don't know when my dog is angry. Like, I can kind of get a sense of when he's happy, when he's fine, or when he's kind of not doing well.
Okay.
But other than that, like, you don't really know much what's going on with your pet. So that's what we set up. We sort of set that up in cats and dogs. So pets can be happy, they'll be green in the skewer.
Oh, yeah.
They can transition to fine. So that means you're actually doing fine. There's nothing wrong. They'll hang out, and then they'll turn orange, which is when you see your sim turn orange, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So you have to take care of them. Generally, when you see orange, it's related to them having to go potty or them needing food.
Okay, yeah, because you can't even see what their needs are through the UI, right?
Correct.
You have to. I know there's like an interaction where you can ask like, "What's wrong?" and then there'll be like a notification saying, "Oh, they're hungry. Fill their bowl or whatever."
So with cats and dogs, which I'm actually kind of happy about, there is a bit of a learning curve. When you first get pets, you have to play with pets to really understand their behaviors. When you get a dog in real life for the first time, you're not going to understand their behaviors immediately. After owning them for a while, you're like, okay, I know my dog sits by this specific door and barks when he has to go pee.
Yeah.
Or I know my dog will pick up the food bowl and bring it over to me when they're hungry. Our dogs will do that behavior in game. So we felt like we didn't want people to stare at a bar's screen with their pets and constantly manage the bars.
Yeah.
We said, hey, when your pet's hungry, they'll tell you. you can also stay ahead of it. Like if you're one of those players that they want to micromanage the needs, which is me. I love to micromanage everything in my game. I always pause the game, select interactions, and then unpause. But with cats and dogs, you can do that. As long as the food bowls are full, you just keep your food bowls full, and you sort of build pets into your routine. As long as the food bowls are full, you come home from work as a sim, you just click on that dog and you say, ask to go potty, or you take them on a walk. They're fine. That's all you have to do. So you really just need to feed them and take them to the bathroom, and your pets will be happy.
Yeah, that's good, because I was one of those people initially concerned about not being able to control them, but after playing it now, I feel a lot more at ease. So.
Yeah, the gameplay we wanted to strive for pets was not needs gameplay, much like Sims. Sims, you're very focused on their needs, making sure they're happy with their needs, they have everything they need. With pets, it's how do my pets make my Sims happier? How do my pets bolster my Sims gameplay? So how we've always talked about it around the studio is pets are Sims for your Sims. Yeah. So it's sort of a one layer deep.
Okay. And one thing I noticed while playing in Virtual Sim Day is that there's like these seaweed and fish objects around. I couldn't play with it myself because you need like dog training skill level 3 to be able to make the dogs interact with them. But what can you find in those? So
there's actually a whole new set of collectibles we have. We have like different feathers. We have different some other new collectibles. I can't remember all of them right now. But you can also get little gift boxes. Your Sims will, or your pets will bring back little pink gift boxes, and that will have any of our other collectibles that we have. So you can get like snow globes or crystals or fossils from the gift boxes.
Okay, that sounds really cool, because like I love birds, so I'm gonna try and get all the feathers. I had no idea that was even a collection.
Yeah, the cool thing is with the feathers, you can use them for the cat wand to repair the cat wand thing.
Oh, that's really neat. Okay, yeah, I kind of like it when you can be like practical like that and actually use things for interactions and things like that. Like when you're able to like customize like your snowboard in The Sims 3 season, for example. So yeah, that's really neat. Okay. Alright, so I noticed there's an automatic vacuum with this expansion pack. Can you just explain what that's all about?
Yeah, so we created the automatic vacuum because cats and dogs, they make a mess in the house, and we wanted to give the player something easy for them to use to clean up all their pets' messes. So it's sort of the automatic vacuum you see on TV. You can place the dock down, you place the normal object into it, and you can set it up to auto clean. It'll clean up trash piles, pet poo, pee. It'll clean up any sort of vomit or cat fur that your pets will produce. So it just gives the players a nice, easy way to keep their house clean.
Yeah, and the cats can ride them, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. And then my favorite thing, if the robot vacuum's kind of moving around, the cat will jump on it and then ride it around. And we also created the shark head outfit, so you can actually put the shark head costume on your cat while he's riding around.
Yeah, I definitely love the costumes in there. As far as like the breeding goes, there's no doghouse. Is there a reason why there's no doghouse in the game for those who might want their dogs to like sleep outside? Yeah,
so we made a decision. Like we realized not a lot of people have doghouses now. It's not a typical thing you do. We do have the ability to have your dog hang out outside if you want with door locks. So you can put your dog outside. You can have a doggy door or your normal door, and you can just lock it to your dog so your dog cannot go in and out. But one thing I did see people here doing was they were actually able to use their normal build tools, and they built their dogs their own little houses in the back corners. So you still can kind of do that, but there's no like actual physical doghouse in the game.
Okay, so then when you do have your pets breed, how do they animate? Like, how does that work this time around?
So when you breed your pets, you can actually select on them. You encourage them to mate, assuming you have a male and a female of the same species. And then they'll find each other, and then they'll actually do a really cute nuzzle, and they have like heart VFX and stuff. And then within a couple hours, you'll get like a TNS that explains, Fluffy is expecting a litter. So.
Okay, that's good. And so I noticed that both like through the vet and through Create a Pet, you can have your pet be spayed or neutered. But why would you want to do that? Is there a chance that they can just randomly go out into the world and reproduce with other pets?
Yeah, so there's a couple ways. Your pet, it's a small chance, but your pets will actually reproduce on their own. They can mate autonomously. Or if a pet goes on an adventure or runs away, there's a chance that they'll come back pregnant.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I know that can happen in real life, so that's kind of cool that you touched upon that sort of realistic aspect of it. With the veterinarian career, does it take up the slot of the normal career panel? Like, can you be a vet and also be like a cook in the culinary career?
Yeah, so think of the veterinary career. It's not quite like a career. You can think of it like restaurants. So it's like you buy a location, you can open and close your veterinary hospital as you please. You have to transfer funds over just like a restaurant,
Okay.
except here you can actually administer treatment. You can treat dogs, you can sell medicine, you can create medicine. So it's sort of a hybrid
Okay.
between an active career and a restaurant.
Okay. So that's about all the questions I have for you. So any kind of like closing remarks, anything I didn't cover that you want to tell the folks at home?
We're super happy to have you guys here playing pets. We really wanted to focus on making every single pet unique. We doubled down on how each pet, even though you and me may have the same breed dog, they act completely different. And that's something we really feel shines through. And we've been hearing it, that it works really well. So I can't wait for you guys all to get your hands on it and play.
Yeah, it does seem really good from what I played, where it's like, okay, even though there's no small pets and horses, the cats and dogs are a lot deeper. They even have their own traits between cats and dogs. They're not just like the same.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it does seem like a very interesting trade-off. And it seems to be paying off, so it looks really good.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right, yeah, it was great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.